Hey Pile One, welcome back. Oh my gosh, it's been a while. Those eclipses and that full moon in Aries just had me. just had me. Anyway, all right, you guys, as you can see from the title, from the thumbnail, this is a general reading. So we're just going to find out what it is that wants to be brought to the forefront, to be talked about. Maybe some advice might, be given, or, whatever might be of most importance, whether that's something you're focusing on or not, and we'll figure out why that topic may be coming to the forefront. Okay, we're just gonna let the reading unfold as it will. So just keep in mind, Pile One, and also because it is a general reading, if you might find that you are drawn to more than one pile, maybe even all piles, because we may be hitting on several different topics. So yeah, if you feel drawn to more than one pile, that might be why. Okay, so keep in mind it's a general reading, so it's very possible that some things may resonate and some things may not. Just take whatever resonates, and if something isn't resonating, just leave that behind for the person that it does resonate for. Okay, you guys. Pile One, we're just going to get right into your reading. Oh, and as always, I do have personal readings available. If you would like to book one with me, just check the description box below for booking details. Pile One, general reading. What are we wanting to talk about? What needs to be brought up at this time? Let's get one more. One more. This may be about somebody's finances. We did have financial support come flip out. All right, we go. Whew, man. All right, let's see. We're going to find out what direction this is going to go in. We got financial support and lost. We also have, unconditional. I'm hearing it's going to be okay. I don't know what you're going through, Pile One. It may be like this because financial support does say it says child support, alimony, government. So there may be some financial issues that you're dealing with. This could be literal. You might be wondering what's going on with your finances. Is child support going to come through? Is alimony going to come through? Or, is some kind of financial assistance going to be coming through? With unconditional here, it says genuine. It says certain, right? Genuine, certain, and it also says love, but certain. That's kind of giving me an idea of like no matter what is going on, because some of you may be feeling like a very important source of income has been cut off, or it might be being delayed or something of that nature. And it is, you guys were drawn also to the fire agate stone, which can talk about like manifestation. It's connected to the sacral chakra, which is, the lower three chakras. Now, when I say lower, I'm not talking about like negative. That's not what I'm talking about. You got the root chakra, the sacral chakra, then the solar plexus chakra, and those all, can talk about feelings of safety, feelings of empowerment, feelings of, like I can do that, right? I can have that. I can be that. That's for me. And so for some of you tuning into Pile One, you may be feeling lost, but what's really showing up here is blocked and cut off for me, right? And it could be ghosted too, like, a main source of income could have just like fallen off the face of the earth and you don't know where it's happening, right? But the overall message that's coming through, like it's gonna be okay, right? And at the same time, yes, I understand there's gonna be some feelings involved. It's okay to feel scared. It's okay to feel whatever it is you might be feeling. If you know anything about manifestation, I'm going to urge you guys to check out there's a video below linked to my other channel. It's called Releasing the Wants. It'll help you process through some of the challenging feelings that this circumstance might be triggering, okay? And that video is also going to help explain why this might be happening if there's a delay in it, right? If you're trying to manifest some kind of financial support, you know, why that financial support may not be coming through or isn't coming through, why it may have been cut off. This will help clear up that channel so that, you know, you can feel safe in that financial support. I hope that makes sense. Let's get some more information. I want to go to the shamanic oracle. Ooh, no. Okay. Maybe the crows want to talk. Yeah, let's go to the crows. The crows want to talk. On the crow deck. The Urban Crow Oracle. We're going to see what the crows want to say. What guidance or what other messages regarding the situation do you have for pile 1, please? We have routine. Ooh, okay. There's something in your routine, pile 1, that you might need to shake up. That's what I heard immediately. There's something with your routine that might be contributing to no growth in, you know, whatever this financial support is, or maybe something that you need to shake up. There's something that either you're doing or you're not doing that is contributing to the delay. And it could be just something, you know, I mean, it could be something you're doing with your money. It could be something you're not doing in your business. I'm being told that you're going to know what that is because you may have had an inkling like, you know, I need to do more of this, or I need to stop doing, you know, things of, you know, I need to stop doing that so much pertaining to your business and your finances. We got curiosity showing up at the back of the deck. This is giving me vibes of maybe you've been thinking about trying something new, trying something from a different angle, or like going down a different path. And so with curiosity, it's like, yeah, it's okay. It's, you know, you can allow yourself to be a little bit more curious. If there's paths that are opening up and you just happen to pick the wrong one, it's okay. You can course correct. This unconditional is really coming up like you're financially supported no matter what, right? This is a matter of fear over faith, or faith over fear, right? Are you more in fear or are you more in faith? It's funny that we have financial support coming up. Look at that, you guys. We got financial support sandwiched in between faith, right, with unconditional love, and then fear with lost. And so that's a message that's coming through for you, pile 1. It's like you have control, at least energetically. You know, you can manifest the outcome that you want. It's just, are you focused more on faith, or are you focused more on fear? Because that's what you're going to continue to produce more of, right? Where's your focus? Where's your attention? Is your focus and your attention on what isn't happening, what you're not getting, what you're not receiving? Because that's what you are going to continue to manifest more of, versus, you know, are you abiding in the feeling of knowing, right? Being certain that your needs are always provided for no matter what. Even if you can't see the how, like, you know, the universe has your back no matter what. Your higher self, your team has your back. Source, God, whatever you believe in has your back, right? What are you going to believe in? Are you going to believe in unconditional support no matter what? Or are you going to believe in, you know, everything that could go wrong and is going wrong, and what might not happen, right? So be very careful what you're feeding your energy and your attention and your focus into, all right? But again, there's something about your routine that needs to be shaken up, something that you're doing on a regular basis that is contributing to a lack of growth when it comes to your finances, okay, you guys? Let me see if the Shamanic Oracle wants to add anything to that, and then we're going to wrap up your reading. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. If this has resonated so far, if it's helped you out in any way, make sure you're taking the time to smash the like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below. Let me know what you thought. Let me know what pile you picked. And then become part of the family by hitting the subscribe button and that notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. Okay, you guys, let's see what's going on with the shamanic dream. And then I actually am being guided to pull to see if I can get some more information on this routine. Okay, so let's see more about anything from the shamanic oracle about this situation for pile 1, please. No. Okay. Yeah, they want me to, or I'm being guided, I should say, to pull on this routine. Tell me more about this routine here to help out pile 1. Tower in reverse. Huh. Okay. This has the energies of you trying to go around and putting out fires. Okay. Let me just stop there. Let me get this message out, and then we'll see if anything else needs to be said. Okay. So this routine, you guys, this does feel very energetic. There's a tower moment that feels like that needs to happen. Okay. And it can be very scary because I'm getting this energy of you guys, you know, I'm seeing like a structure on fire. Everything's on fire and you're running around trying to put the fires out. And the message that's coming through pile 1 is you need to let it go. Okay. You need to let it burn. You need to let the tower moment happen. Now, I will say, if you are going around and what you're doing is you're not gaining any ground, it's not providing any kind of like a return on your investment. Like, in other words, stop doing those things. Okay. If you're feeding your energy into something, trying to keep it alive, trying to keep it afloat, and it's like it's draining you, right? To keep that thing alive or to keep it afloat, let it go. Right. Now, of course, you guys, this is a general reading. If the message aligns to you, now, like I said before, this is going to be for you, and this is going to be your message if you've been getting that inkling already, like you need to let it go, right? But there may be an attachment or an aversion to, the aftermath of that, like what that's going to mean, that maybe you need to work on releasing, okay? If you don't know how to let go, if you don't know how to, release attachments or, embrace aversions, just, again, check the description box below for releasing the wands. It's going to help you do that. This is carrying the message, pile 1, that you're feeding a lot of your energy into trying to keep something alive that really should have probably died a long time ago. There seems like there's, especially with curiosity at the back of that deck earlier, you've been given the inkling or maybe the nudge to try something new, try something different in a whole completely different direction, right? And so there's something that you're doing every day. You're feeding your energy into it every single day, trying to keep something from going under, okay? I'm being told you're going to know what that is. So we're going to go ahead and end your reading there. Yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me again today, pile 1. I will see you guys at your next reading. Bye, guys. Hi, pile 2. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute, you guys. Man, those last 2 eclipses and then the full moon in Aries took me out energetically, but man, I'm back and I'm feeling good. And for whatever reason, I felt drawn to do like a general reading. We're kind of veering away just for this reading, not from here on out, but something we're spicing up the routine a little bit, and we're just doing a general reading. Okay, so this could be regarding any topic. We're going to see what is pushed to the forefront. This may have to do, I'm already getting some info. Ooh, man, okay. This may have to do with like a past relationship or something like that. We'll see what comes up, okay? I just felt my heart like when tapping into the energy, just felt my heart drop into my stomach. Okay, so we'll see what's going to come up, you guys. But because this is a general reading, you may be drawn to more than one pile, maybe even every single one, just depending on the topics that come up. So don't be surprised, okay, you guys? So just keep in mind, it is a general reading, so whatever resonates, you know, you can take that and run with it. Anything that doesn't resonate, just leave it behind for the person that it does resonate for. And we're going to get right into your reading, you guys. Oh, and I do have personal readings available if you would like for me to tap exclusively into your energy and the energy of your circumstance or situation. Okay? All right, so pile 2, we're going to find out. Let's see. You guys were drawn to the blue rose quartz, which incidentally can be very healing for relationships. Blue rose quartz is also really good about communication, union and harmonization between the mind and the heart. But it can also bring, you know, love and communication, healthy love and communication within a relationship. Okay, so we'll see. Pile 2, what is the overall message for pile 2? General messages. What do you want to talk to pile 2 about? We got karmic, but it's in the reverse. Okay. Karmic, but that's in the reverse. So I do feel like I do feel like this is going to be regarded. This feels like a love reading that's coming out about a relationship. If there was a karmic tie, or this was a, you know, if there was some kind of a karmic issue, I do feel like that karmic tie has been broken. Okay. Let's get one more. Okay, we had one pop out in the reverse. Interview in the reverse. Let's see. Man, okay. All right, let's find out what's going on, y'all. Karmic in the reverse, it says the third party, also says relationship, and then it says lesson. But of course, this is all in the reverse. Sold, that says moving. There's a physical change or a physical location change, like actually moving. We have interview, it says talk, conversation, get on the same page, but this is in the reverse. Okay, so I am going to have to do some clarifying to see what this is talking about. This is about a relationship, though. For some of you, if you were involved in a third-party situation, it feels like that is over now. We'll find out. Give me more information. Tell me more about this situation here for pile 2. Tell me more about this situation for pile 2. I am hearing that you and whoever, so you and this person are not on the same page when it comes to the direction of this connection. So that might mean that, you know, one of you wants to stay in this connection and the other one wants to go. Okay, that's the overall arching thing, but we're gonna find out. Tell me more about this situation. Battle. There's some disagreements here. Okay, let me get one more and then I'll tell you what I'm picking up on, you guys. Growth. Someone, all right, pile 2, is still wanting to fight for this connection, and the other person is either ready to give up or has already given up. Okay, you're gonna know what direction that falls in for you. Let me get one from the Shamanic Oracle. Guidance, messages, insight for pile 2 regarding this situation. I'm hearing give up the ghost. I don't know what that's in reference to, you guys. It may just be, somebody here may know what that's. Give me one more. Someone in this connection is not letting go of the connection. The other person, I'm feeling one of you is still, and now there's there is a little poem that I wrote like 20 something years ago. And it goes something like, how does it go? Basically, I can't even remember. I'll have to pull it up because it's been so long since I've even visited my little poetic work. But it's something along the lines of like, I'm like feeling stuck in an abandoned house. Feeling stuck in an abandoned house. Something along the lines of like that still echoes your name. Okay. The poem is, my love burns on like a lonely flame in an abandoned house that still echoes your name. Okay, so someone in this connection left it, and I'm hearing finally, somebody in this connection finally left, right? And then the other person, it feels like they're stuck behind. And, the overall energy is that person that feels like they're stuck behind can't escape the memories, like they're being haunted, right? So you're going to know what camp you fall in, pile 2, if you're the one that's no longer, you could have been in that energy before. If you're not in that energy now, then obviously you know that your person is the one who is in that energy now, okay? And I do feel for a lot of you, that's tuning into this general reading, that is your energy. You're the one that finally checked out. You may have been holding on to this connection with your person for a very long time. And for whatever reason, you finally decided it was time. It was time to move on, right? Your person is now in that energy where they're like, oh shit, pile 2 left the building, right? That's the energy that's coming through, like, shit, pile 2 left the building. They may have not seen this time coming, but now they're in it. Now they're like, oh crap, pile 2 is left the building, and now and now I'm left alone, feeling all the feelings, or maybe, the tables may have turned, this dynamic may have been flipped. You may have been you may have been that person, pile 2, where you were in that energy where you were feeling left behind, right? Your person may have moved on physically, right? But they didn't move on mentally and emotionally. They may have been feeling like they could have returned to you at some point in time. This could be a third party issue here, where they may have left you for someone else. And maybe it took you some time to finally let go and move on and detach. But I feel like that's where you're at now. Okay, but again, just put yourself where you see fit. Okay, someone here finally moved on, like authentically, organically moved on mentally and emotionally. And then the other person is feeling like, oh shit. I'm hearing pile 2 left the building. Okay, I'm hearing pile 2 left the building. With many masks and the authentic self, I do feel like somebody in this connection left the connection before they were ready to mentally and emotionally move on. And so, the person that is now feeling like they're left behind may have prematurely moved on into another relationship, or like I said, moved on physically, but they did not move on mentally and emotionally. That's typically what can happen with some of the masculine energies. Feminine energies, because we're so anchored in emotion, we tend to move on when we are mentally and emotionally ready to. The masculine energies tend to move on physically before they're ready to move on mentally and emotionally. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, appearances, the appearances may have been pile 2 that your person has moved on, and maybe that's why you were finally able to let go and move on. With moving a physical and a location change, this third party energy may have even moved in with your person, but the masks are falling off. Okay, yeah, there's just a whole, we're gonna find out what's going on with some of this energy here. There is an overall energy of you guys just being done, right? But I'm hearing it's too little, too late. What's going on with interview in the reverse? Actually, there's a couple of different messages coming through for the karmic in the reverse. This is giving me energies of like, if this was a karmic connection between you and your person, that karmic tie has been broken. If there was like a contract that you and your person, you know, agreed to before you guys incarnated into this lifetime, that contract has been fulfilled. That karmic tie has now been broken, okay? In a good way, which is a good thing. That's giving me, that's clean energy, right? This is the 9 of Swords, but it's in the reverse. I'm hearing the worst of it is over. Yeah, it's the worst of this is over. Your lonely nights are done, your lonely nights, pile 2, your, you know, that time that you may have spent because of this connection in this person. If there were sleepless nights, like those are over, like the worst is now behind you, right? Anything else about this? Tell me more about karmic. If your person moved on to somebody else, yeah, it's not necessarily going as planned for them in the third party, okay? Yeah, with the Lovers here in the upright position, this is giving me that you finally, like, you made the choice. Like, you're ready to be done with this. You're ready to be done with the pain. You're ready to be done with the lessons and learning lessons with this person the hard way and stuff like that. Like, I'm seeing images of you, like, picking your stuff up and moving on, right? It's more than just a physical location change. Like, you're done being in this space of always feeling hurt, always feeling like you're in pain. Always feeling like, you know, maybe nothing that you do ever gained ground in this connection, or just, you know, where you're at with this person and in this connection, it was nothing but pain. It was karmic lessons, learning lessons a hard way, and you're like, okay, I'm ready to, you know, you finally decided I'm learning my lesson. I'm ready to pack it up. I'm ready to, you know, whatever. Like, you gave yourself closure and you're moving on, right? And so this could talk about an actual, like, you moved on, like you moved out of maybe the home that the two of you shared with this person. You know, if that does not resonate, this is for those of you where it's like you're ready to move on mentally, emotionally, maybe even physically, right? What's interview in the reverse? You're done talking. Right? Like, you may have gone through that period, pile 2, where, you know, you needed answers, you needed closure, you needed explanations from this person. Some of you may have even needed apologies, but you're in that space now where you're like, I don't need those things anymore. Somehow you were able to provide closure for yourself. Something happened, you know, I feel like maybe this person may have done something. Or maybe it was just finally something clicked for you and you're like, I'm done. I'm ready. I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to let this go. I'm ready. Maybe it got to be too painful and you're like, you know, maybe a realization came over you where you're like, whatever the future holds, even though it's unknown, even if I never, you know, meet the person that is perfect for me, you know, I'll be happier. I'm happier in it, more peace, and I feel safe. Even just in my own energy, I'd rather be by myself than to be with this person, because this person and this connection was causing so much turmoil, chaos, pain, all that stuff, right? Is there anything to add for interview in the reverse? Yeah, this is, you and this person are not talking. There's no talking it out, although I do feel like this person, yeah. And then, oh, wow. We got the King of Cups in the reverse with the Queen of Swords in the upright position. I am hearing there's no love loss, but you have lost love for this person in terms of, like, you're not in love with them anymore. Maybe you do have love for them as a person or as a human, but you've lost that romantic sense of love, right? The Queen of Swords energy has now replaced that. It's like, it's very much logic over heart at this point. It's like, yeah, I love you, but I don't want to be with you anymore. I love you, but you're no good for me. And I love you, right? This is bringing me up. If you guys watch Sex and the City, it's bringing up that part where she said, I love you, but I love me more. right? And it may have been flipped. It was like, it may have been like, you know, you loved yourself, but you loved that person more. And so that dynamic may have had you putting up with things and behaviors with this person that you knew you shouldn't be putting up with, right? But that flipped, that dynamic is flipped. And now you're like, I love you, but I love me more. You know, you're seeing things very clearly. You got the closure that you need. And I feel like you put everything in a nice little box, right? A nice little box, and it's packaged up, and you're putting it in the past and you're moving forward. Pile 2 has left the building when it comes to this connection, right? So, why is this coming up? Why is this coming up? Oh, okay. The Star. Let me see. And something from the shamanic deck may want to come out now. Anything from this deck want to come out? We got empty well. Time to replenish. Yeah, this time is for you. So this may be coming out because, you know, you have, obviously, you guys know you've made the right decision. You made the right decision. This person, this situation drained you so much, drained you of your vitality, drained you of your energy, you know. And when I'm talking about your vitality, I'm talking about the energy from which you're able to create and manifest your best life, a life that you love to live. This connection with your person, I don't know how detrimental you were able, I don't know if you know how detrimental this connection was to you, like exactly what it took from you, okay? Yeah, you know, they may have took years of your life or months or however long the two of you been, but this person actually drained your vital force energy, the energy from which you were able to create and manifest the life that you love to live, right? Or that you want to live. And so with the Star coming out here, your future is wide open. The slate is now clean. You can create the life that you want to live, but you need to start with yourself. And you're on the right path. This doesn't feel like it's something you're not aware of. I already feel like you're aware of it. So this general reading feels for most of you, Pile 2, like you're on the right path. You're doing the right thing. And if there are ever moments where you feel like you're being dragged back down to like that really dark place, it's like, it's okay to let yourself dwell there. You know, sometimes we get dragged back down to quote unquote hell, because there's still a little bit of hell within us that we need to conquer, right? And so, you know, allow yourself to dwell there, hold space for yourself while you are grieving or whatever might be coming up, right? When you're really facing that grief and connecting with it, and you're allowing yourself to feel it in its fullness, that processes that grief out, so that you can get that out of your energy, right? Which I feel like you're already doing. Okay, you're on the right path. You're doing the right thing. Yeah, with the cosmic womb, the divine feminine on the back of the deck. This is you time. This is you time, Pile 2. All right, this is all about you. You're being rebirthed right now, right? And it's okay to have hope, and it's okay for those moments when you don't. All right, there's, you know, hope can be a crutch, and hope may have been what kept you in this connection with this person way past its time, right? So it is okay to, you know, hope can be detrimental to your growth, right? And you may have already realized that. It's okay now, as long as you know where. It's okay to hope now. It's okay to have, you know, an optimistic outlook for your future, because you're realizing, you know, you're birthing that future within you. You're really taking control of your own energy, of your own ability to create and manifest a life that you want to live. And you're realizing exactly how detrimental this connection, what it was doing to your ability to create that life, right? And some of you, you were, you know, not literally, but you were dragged through, you know, quote unquote hell because of this connection. And that's what the connection was there for. You know, we got karmic here. This person was a karmic. The two of you had some kind of a contract, you know, when you incarnated here. You know, you incarnated here with some baggage, right? And so this person, you know, came into your experience basically as your shadow incarnate, okay? Your person, for a lot of you, was the perfect embodiment of your shadow, and you conquered it, okay? You conquered it, you guys. I mean, that's amazing. And so, like, your life ahead of you is wide open. It's literally, what do you want to do with it? What do you want to create? The slate is clean. And even if, you know, something happens and you do something and you put something on that slate that you later turn out that you don't want it to be there, you know now how to clear the slate clean again, okay, you guys? I'm feeling so optimistic for you guys. Congratulations on, you know, conquering or mastering your shadow, I guess, right? We're going to go ahead and end your reading there, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. If this resonated, make sure you're taking the time to smash a like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below. Let me know what pile you picked. Let me know how it resonated. Become part of the family by smashing that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. All right, you guys, I'll see you guys at your next pick a card reading. Bye, pile 2. Hey, pile 3, welcome back. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We're doing another pick a card reading. This is a general, okay? Yeah, so taking a little bit of a break, not too much of a break from love readings. I felt called for whatever reason to do a general, so this is what we're doing. We've had different topics come up for, you know, the first 2 piles, so don't be surprised if you feel guided to more than one pile, because they're differing topics, okay? So yeah, just wanted to let y'all know that and see. Let's see. It's been a while. My intro's all over the place. You guys, the energies of like the last couple of eclipses and then that full moon in Aries, oh my gosh, just wiped me out, but in a good way, because I always build back stronger and better when I'm when I get reduced down to rubble like that. Anyway, so yeah, just keep in mind, pile 3, it's a general reading, so whatever resonates, take it, run with it. If something doesn't resonate, just drop it and leave it behind for the people for whom it does resonate, okay, you guys? And as always, I have personal readings available if you would like for me to tap exclusively into your connection or the energy of whatever you got going on, okay? All right, pile 3, you guys were drawn to the Herkimer diamond. Very high vibration, very high vibration crystal this is. It's a form of clear quartz crystal. More powerful. It's associated with the soul star chakra, which is above the crown. And so we'll see if this is going to factor some way into your general reading. We're just going to open up the channels and see what comes through, okay? Typically it's something that's pushed to the forefront that maybe needs to be addressed, needs to be talked about, you know, whether it's on your radar or not. So we're going to find out, all right? This can talk about foresight too. So this reading might be talking about something that's around the bend. Okay, there might be some information or guidance coming through about something that maybe isn't even on your radar yet. Okay, we'll find out. For pile 3, what general guidance, what does pile 3 need to know? What does pile 3 need to know? Ooh, we got forbidden love, but it's wanting to come up in the reverse. Oh, tragedy in the reverse. Okay. Ooh. I'm hearing you're protected. And a lot of this protection is coming from maybe your own ability to intuit things. You're being shielded. Definitely being shielded. I am gonna delve more and find out what, and then we got settlement at the bottom of the deck with an agreement / compromise. Okay, I'm going to leave this up here because I do feel like that's part of the reading. Let's get some more information for pile 3. Isolation. I just heard that Bible thing. Any weapon formed against me shall not prosper. Okay, I am getting messages, pile 3. I don't know if somebody might be sending you psychic attacks or evil eyes or anything like that, but there's some strong energy here, pile 3. Don't even give any energy to that. Don't give any of your focus on that, and just focus on the fact that you are highly protected. Highly protected. You're being isolated from that, okay? Meaning that, you know, that energy can come at you from 1,000, 1,000,000, 1,000,000,000 different people, but it's not going to affect you, okay? You have to kind of, you know, do what you can to get into that level of faith, knowing that, you know, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Let's get one more. Tell me more about this energy, more messages about this for pile 3. There's also a message here, pile 3, like if somebody is coming to you with toxicity, I'm hearing, or there's a scenario coming through where some of you maybe, I don't know if you're fearful of receiving some toxic messages or some backlash to something. Like, don't give it any of your energy. We got poison here with toxic, unhealthy behaviors and people. Toxic and unhealthy behaviors and toxic and unhealthy people. Like, pay no mind to it. Like, don't, like, if somebody's messaging you, right, like they're trying to get a rise out of you, they're trying to make you feel a certain type of way, maybe they're trying to, you know, knock you down a few pegs, or they're just being mean and trying to, it's like, don't, like, meet that with silence and non-action. Just completely gray rock. If you haven't heard about what gray rock is, check that out, okay? It's like, just as much as you can emotionally and mentally detach yourself from either this person or these people or the situation. Like, do that, right? There is an overall energy here where you guys might be somewhat afraid of retaliation from someone or from a lot of people or a group of people or something, okay? If you guys feel, because this feels like it's in response to something either you said or something you need to say, or there's some kind of a message that you either have shared or need to share. Like, you were right in sharing that message. And it feels like either you're afraid that it's going to ruffle a lot of feathers, either with a specific person or maybe a lot of people. But it's like the message itself is like it needs to be shared. But it feels like what's coming through, pile 3, is you might be fearing some kind of retaliation when you share that message. And it's like, don't worry about, like, you fear like some kind of a fallout here with tragedy. Like, you know, if you share that message, it's going to be the end of something, right? It's like, try not to worry about that, you know. Let's get one more. That's too many. I just need one more. Give me more about this message for pile 3. Way too many. Ghosts in the reverse wanted to flip out. I just heard ghosts from your past. Now that could be like, you know, that could talk about memories. Like, you might be haunted by memories of your past. Like, you know, you might be afraid to put something out there, whether it's an opinion or a teaching or just, you know, your thoughts or your feelings on something. And there's something from your past that you're being haunted by, like maybe an experience like, gosh, I remember the last time I did this, right? And like that might be keeping you from being able to share something. But let's get one more. There's a special nod to that. I'm hearing something about you're afraid of stirring something up. You're afraid of stirring the pot. You're being guided to commit to something. You know, and some people, what I'm hearing, pile 3, is some people are just going to be committed to, you know, not liking you, not liking your message, not liking what you're about. And it's like, you need to be committed as much as they're committed to not getting you, not receiving the message, you know, which is going to cause them to stay where they're at. They're not going to grow, right? You need to be that committed to whatever it is you're doing. There's something tied to some kind of a message here that either, I feel like a lot of you are still sitting on that message, that teaching, whatever it may be, right? I feel like you're kind of holding off on putting it out there because you're afraid of some kind of backlash, okay? Some of you may not even be aware of that that's what's holding you back, okay? This could be a subconscious fear for a lot of you. If some of you have been feeling the call to speak on something, but you're procrastinating on it and you're not really quite sure why, that's what it is. There's some kind, for a lot of you, it could be internal. You may not even, it may be right below the awareness of your conscious mind. Okay, it could be subconscious. A lot of you could be subconsciously afraid of some kind of backlash because it's like your nervous system is remembering a time before when you did that. And right, and a lot of this stuff, when it happens at the level of your nervous system, it's just you're not even aware of what's happening consciously. Okay, and so man, we're delving deep with this in this one. Yeah, so especially with the Herkimer diamond, there's something very powerful that's wanting to come through you guys as a channel. There's some kind of powerful information wanting to be channeled through you, but there is something happening where you guys either know that you're holding back because of this fear, or it's subconscious. You're procrastinating, you're putting it off, and you're not quite sure why. You know what I mean? And so this general reading for you guys, pile 3, there's a powerful message, some kind of a teaching or something that's wanting to be channeled through you. You know, and the people that receive that message, it's going to bless their socks off. It's going to heal them. You know, a Herkimer diamond is very healing as well. It's a master healing. It's a master at healing. It's a master healing crystal. Okay. And so, you know, the caveat with that is that, you know, your message is going to fall on a lot of people, and some people may not be ready to hear it. And that's neither here nor there for you. Okay. With the poison here, you know, yes, this healing is going to heal those people that are poisoned, whether they're ready to receive it or not. And so the people that are ready to receive whatever this energy is that's wanting to be channeled through you, it's going to heal the poison in people that are ready to receive it, okay? The people that are not ready to receive it, or just they're not in a space to receive it, it's going to trigger those people, right? And those people are the ones you need to give silence to. Don't even pay attention. Just don't feed into that. Just know where that's coming from. If you are sharing some kind of you know, some healing energy, a healing message, a healing teaching that might be, you know, it could be very unique because this is being channeled through you, right? So there might be something that that's trying to come through you, pile 3, that could fly in the face of maybe a lot of other teachings, right? But it's wanting to come through you for a reason, okay? It could be, maybe it's not flying in the face of other teachings. It could just be something that might be filling in the gaps. So it might be kind of like bridging, you know, it could be acting as the bridge that finally helps some of these other teachings work. But, you know, these people might not see it that way, right? They may not see it that way. What I'm hearing, pile 3, is that's none of your business, okay? Stick to what you're committed to and getting that message out there. What these people think, the ones that are not in the space to receive it, that's none of your business. Don't worry about that. Put your message out there anyway, because there are people already out there that are right now poised to receive that message so that they can be cleared of the toxins that are within them, whether it's physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically, spiritually, whatever it may be. All right, you guys. Yeah, it's like the battle. There might, yeah. It's like, yeah, you need to understand, you putting your message out there is going to ruffle some feathers. That's none of your business, though. Let it ruffle the feathers that it needs to ruffle. You just continue planting that seed. And you know what? Even for those people where that message may initially, right, fall on deaf ears, where it may even ruffle those feathers, you're still planting seed. It's kicking up that dust, and that's actually a good thing. Okay? As long as you're coming from a space where you're operating out of unconditional love, you're operating out of love, period, then nothing that anybody hurls at you, whether it's intentional or not, is not going to affect you, as long as you don't feed into, don't respond to their messages, don't paying any attention if they start posting on your social media or just sending you, direct messages and stuff like that. Block, right? Block and delete. Just approach it with the understanding that, okay, that's fine. That message was not for that person, and that's okay. Maybe, that seed has been planted, and maybe, given some time, that person will start to, that idea, that healing will start to take root, right? Just kind of see it that way. You're equipped for the battle, though, but just know that your weapon is just non-action and silence. That's how you counteract how somebody might come at you. Just don't even pay any attention or give any energy or attention or focus to it at all. All right, you guys. Let's get one message here to wrap it up, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. It's been a while, I know. I'll get some more love readings out, some more future spouse messages for those of you that are interested in those. Just make sure you're smashing the like button if this is resonating. Comment below. Let me know what pile you picked. Let me know how it resonated. I love reading your guys' comments and messages. Become part of the family by hitting that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. Is there anything that you want to say to close up this reading for pile 3? Anything to add or to wrap up this reading for pile 3? Lay of the land, ancestral wisdom, and then we got benefactor at the back of the deck, grace and generosity. Yeah, this is the energy for you to be in. It's almost like you're, and I will check the guidebook for lay of the land with ancestral wisdom. But benefactor, this is almost like your birthright. Whatever this message is, there's something about an inheritance, like, especially with ancestral wisdom. Whatever that inheritance is, there's something about a birthright that you have access to, but it is directly linked to you getting some kind of a message or a healing or some kind of an energy out there. But for a lot of you, it's a message. It's a teaching. You're being given access to some kind of information that's going to like fill in the gaps for a lot of things. There's a lot of information out here. People are sharing with the intention of helping people to heal and to live a life that they love and, to manifest, and you know what I mean? And it's like a lot of these teachings, though, are missing a key component. And there's some of you where you have you've got that missing component, right? There's some kind of a message for you to share. It's going to ruffle some feathers. You already know that. That's why you're procrastinating, right? And at the same time, it's like you need, go forward with that, right? You can refuse the call if you want to, but I do feel for a lot of you, this is knocking at your internal door. You're almost itching to get this out, but there is a fear that's blocking you, right? Ghosts of the past keep coming up. And this may even be something that you remember, like this could be not even maybe ghosts from your recent past. It could be something from like past life, right? Like there's a part of you that might be remembering, something that some kind of persecution that you went through for having shared something in the past, right? And it's like, this is not then. That's not, you are not that person now. You are safe now. You don't have to worry about those kinds of repercussions. Whatever tragedy might have befallen you in the past, or whatever tragedy, your subconscious or your central nervous system thinks could happen as a result of getting your message out there, you're being protected by it. Okay, by who? By your ancestors, by your spirit guides, by the universe, because there's something that you being a benefactor of something. It's like you're going to be a benefactor of the riches and the abundance and the prosperity of the love of the connection that's going to come from your ability to help people, get this poison out of their system, whether it's, literally. I don't know if a message that you have to share has to do with someone's, actual physical body. It could be, and or it could also have something to do with, helping to clear out the poison of, their central nervous system, energetically, emotionally, mentally, and stuff like that, right? There's something that's due you, like you are going to be owed something in a good way if you put that out there. Okay, just try not to be scared of ruffling some feathers, because you are. Whatever message that you are sharing is going to ruffle the feathers of people that still might be stuck in some old paradigms. Okay, you guys. All right, we're gonna end your reading there. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today, and I will see you guys at your next pick a card reading. Bye, Pilot 3.